Alright, so we're here in Skyrim today, starting off with a quest, A Blade in the Dark, which begins with talking to Delphine. And this actually starts before you even finish Horn of Yoga and Windcaller, so you'll have two main quests at the same time. So what I've kind of done here is I've split up the video, so that way we can kind of do these tasks simultaneously. Because you're probably going to want to talk to Delphine before you leave here. Figure out what was up with this whole mess.
Now we can talk.
Holy crap. Damn. That's nice. Well, hello. Secret chamber in the Riverwood Inn. I'm gonna have to loot this in a second.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
Alright. So we can say you're the one who took the horn.
Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
You say, what's with all the cloak and dagger?
You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere.
You say, what do you want with me?
I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
Okay. Go on, I'm listening.
Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
You say, I should say the Thalmor are after you.
Yes. We're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragon's return.
Interesting.
But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn.
You say, why did you take the horn from Houston?
I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant.
I guess, why are you looking? Well, let's see why we can trust her.
If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place.
Oh. Fair enough.
You remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul.
Oh.
Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul?
I've already done like 32 of them. And say, yes, that's how I first learned I was
Good.
Dragonborn.
And you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough.
Alright, so I guess, what's the part you're not telling
Dragons
me?
aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors.
Interesting.
Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
What makes you think dragons are
I
coming
know
back to
they
life?
are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Okay. I guess, do you know how crazy this sounds?
A few years ago, I said almost the same thing to a colleague of mine. Well, it turned out he was right and I was wrong.
Okay. How do you figure this all out?
You should know. You got the map for me from Bleak Falls Barrow. The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which ones are now empty. The pattern is pretty clear. It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals near Riften. The one at Kinesgrove is next, if the pattern holds.
So where are we headed?
Kinesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it.
Alright. So, you can come back to her, but let's say, let's go kill a dragon.
I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready.
Alright. Well, let's go ahead and see what this is. Book of the Dragonborn. We got a chest. Looks like we can take the stuff in here.
That's better. Let's get on the road to Kinesgrove.
Alright, so blades, sword. Ah. She's one of the blades. Alright, so there's some steel arrows. We'll take those. There's an alchemy lab to use in here. Tundra cot.
I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Huh.
Happy trails.
Alright, take these potions. Alright, a bunch of ingredients for us. That chest is empty. The rise and fall of the blades. Interesting. Alright. So this book actually explains a bit about the blades, which we'll be finding more about later actually. And there's an arcane enchanter down here too. Now, Delphine has already headed off to our location. And you don't have to necessarily travel with her, you can if you want.
Kinesgrove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice.
Like she said. And let's see where Kingsgrove is. We've actually already been there, so we can fast travel there in a little bit. But what we'll actually do is we'll travel to the Brandy Mug Farm and then go to Kingsgrove. But first we're going to wrap up our Horn of Thurgan Windcaller, and then we'll pick back up with this video in a second. Alright, so now we're just wrapped up Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. So now we have the full unrelenting force shout. Now we're going to travel to Brandy Mug Farm, which is just outside of Windhelm, I believe. We'll double check that. Because I have a tendency to mess up the names. Alright. Yeah, so it is Windhelm. Alright, so basically, you can get here by taking... Actually, we're close to the Windhelm stables, too. And you can actually use the stable master in Whiterun to get here. Or not the stable master, but the cart. So from here, we're going to head down to Kingsgrove. And I've actually covered what this location looks like prior to this. I'm actually going to wait until daytime here. Alright, so it's about 9 o'clock now. We're gonna more or less head to our location. We can follow this main road here. Yeah, we'll be around these rocks. Alright, take a left. Now we're here at Kingsgrove.
No, you don't want to go up there. A dragon, it's attacking.
Attacking? A dragon is attacking Kingsgrove?
I don't know. Not yet. It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Alright, lady's running. So I'm guessing we have to go up this way. I should have came here with my companion Lydia, but I forgot to pick her up. Alright. I'll do it. Alright, yes. Alright, so we're actually near Kingsgrove. Stormcloak soldiers down.
Stay under cover. This is what what we came for. We need to see what happens.
Zil Grotova Ursa.
Interesting.
Steady. We know what's happening. Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I thought.
Alright, so we've got a resurrecting dragon. And if you actually start attacking it quickly, we'll let it kind of heal up a little bit. But you can drop it before it completely resurrects itself, and it won't be able to fly and whatnot. I'm not really afraid of it, so I just want to show you guys what happens. Alright.
Not even know our tongue, do you? Such arrogance to dare take for yourself the name of Dova.
Oh wow. He's talking to me directly, yeah.
I'm
Alright.
going to check that out.
So now we have to kill this dragon. Saloknir. Alright, let's get Sangren Rose out here. This guy's got some powerful frost breath here.
I am Sully.
Alright, filled myself up. I'll use fast healing next time though. Alright, so I managed to avoid most of the damage there. Alright, I'm gonna use a potion. We've got some resist frost, I believe. Alright, well this one does fire and frost, so that's something.
Your voice is no match for mine.
Alright, and you can shout to make him stop it. Alright, let's use fast healing here. Alright. So you're probably going to want to drop him fast yourself. I have less of a problem doing so.
Alduin requires your death.
Shut up. Oh, he was not happy about that. Alright, let's get Sangren Rose out again. And use a potion. Let's see.
Your voice is no match for mine.
Ah. Alright. Enough of that. There's some fast healing here. And it's... Oh. Somebody crashed into the ground. Alright, let's do this a little bit faster. I got some weak poison I can put on my bow. Downed you.
I'll be damned. You
Alright.
did it. That was well done. Wait, something's happening. God's above. So you really are...
Damn straight. Let's search him real quick. Well,
It's true, isn't it? You really are Dragonborn.
he's obviously shocked.
I owe you some answers, don't I?
You certainly
Go
do.
ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back.
Who are you and what do you want with me?
I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last
Alright.
200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them.
What do you know about the dragons
Not
coming back?
a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that big black dragon here.
I've seen that dragon before, the one that got away.
Really? Where?
It was the one that attacked Helgen when Ulfric escaped from the Imperials.
Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it, we're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all.
The Blades, who are
Exactly. Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. Those days are long gone, though. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now.
there? That's what's up. So what's our next
The
move?
first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is.
Alright. Remind me, who are the
The
Thalmor?
faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one.
Interesting. What makes you think the Thalmor are bringing dragons back?
Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons
Interesting.
are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor?
So why are the Thalmor after
Before
you?
the Great War, the Blades helped the Empire against the Thalmor. Our Grand Master saw them as the greatest threat to Tamriel. At the time, that was true. Maybe it still is. So we fought them in the shadows, all across Tamriel. We thought we were more than a match for them. We were wrong.
That's interesting. So we need to find out what the Thalmor know about the dragons. Any
If
ideas?
we could get into the Thalmor embassy. It's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia.
So how do you get into the Thalmor embassy?
I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep
Alright.
an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
Word. So we've completed a Blade in the Dark. And now we've started diplomatic immunity. And that actually wraps up the first act of the main storyline of the game.
What is it?
And you can actually still ask her a few more questions, like what happened to the Blades, why are you on
The
the run?
Thalmor happened. They've been hunting down every blade they can find for the past 30 years. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the Empire with impunity.
Why can't
The Great
Concordat was
War.
that?
Only 30 years passed and already ancient history to most people. Seems to me like it just ended. It's never really ended for me. But to answer your question, the White Gold Concordat was the fancy name they put on the peace treaty between the Empire and the Thalmor.
We're getting a lot of
It
answers
ended
to
the
our
war
questions.
and saved the Empire to fight another day. also trampled on the sacred name of Talos, and gave the Thalmor free rein to stamp out Talos worship throughout the Empire.
She's very angry about that part. So what's
The
important
Blades
about
have
me,
always
Dragonborn?
guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground.
So who are the Thalmor?
There's no simple answer to that. You want the long version or the short version?
Give me the long version.
They're the rulers of the Aldmeri Dominion, what used to be the imperial provinces of Somerset Isle and Valenwood. The Thalmor take the arrogance of high elves to the extreme. They believe they are the rightful rulers of all of Tamriel. For a century or more, the Thalmor had been picking away at the Empire. Valenwood was the first, then the province of Elsewhere. But even the Blades didn't see the Great War coming. We underestimated the Thalmor, and they destroyed us.
That sucks. Well, that's about
We'll
all
see
the
you
answers
back
we'll
in
be getting. So it looks like Delphine is going to be heading back to Riverwood. She's also hovering about a foot off the ground. Alright, well, that pretty much wraps up A Blade in the Dark. It's actually kind of short. Most of it's this fight. And you can see like the ground is permanently scarred from that plunge into the ground that the dragon took. Whether or not that stays, it doesn't look like it would, because this is an overlay thing. Either way, point being, we have wrapped this up. So now we'll be continuing with the next quest, which is diplomatic immunity, and the second act of Skyrim here. Grab a few things from this dude. That's pretty much it, though. Thank you guys for watching this video.